As of today, Honorable Speaker, the reported death toll has risen to 92 people, with recovery operations still continuing. Reports also indicate that the vessel was carrying as many as 169 passengers, despite an authorized capacity of approximately 90 passengers. Survivors further report that passengers pleaded with the captain to turn back after the vessel began taking on water. These allegations, Honorable Chair, Honorable Speaker, must be urgently investigated. Honorable Speaker, this is not simply a third accident. It is a national tragedy rooted in decades of neglect, inadequate infrastructure, and marginalization of the Zambezi Valley communities. Mr. Speaker said, the victims are not strangers to government. For decades, Zambezi Valley communities have raised concerns about unsafe and inadequate transport infrastructure in the region. The traditional leaders, Mr. Speaker said, members of parliament in this august house from this region, from the particular region, and the communities have repeatedly spoken about these issues. Yet, like the ignored pleas of passengers on the vessel, their warnings have not been acted upon. So we must ask, indeed, Mr. Speaker, we have questions to ask. How many more lives must be lost before these cries are taken seriously? There's no doubt, Mr. Speaker, poor road infrastructure is at the heart of this tragedy. We have previously raised the issue of poor transport infrastructure in this House. The Kariba district profile confirms that Kariba is among the least developed districts in Zimbabwe, with poor roads linking Siakovu, Mola, and Chalala, and along distances that force reliance on water transport. Mr. Speaker said, water transport is not the problem, but the problem is its use as the only viable option. Mr. Speaker said, no community in independent Zimbabwe should be forced into dangerous transport. We are not opposed to water transport, but where it is the only option, then government must ensure strict safety, regulation, and enforcement of rules and procedures. A vessel authorized to carry 90 passengers must not carry more than 169 passengers. Mr. Speaker said, our people are citizens of this country. They are not cargo. Mr. Speaker said the historical context of this tragedy cannot be ignored. Lake Kariba displaced about 57,000 Tongas in the 1950s. This was done by the colonial government then. These people lost their land, their livelihoods, and their heritage. Today, their descendants still depend on the same lake for survival. Nearly 70 years later, they remain without infrastructure that should have followed them, at least at independence. Mr. Speaker said, independence to the Zambezi Valley people means integration with the rest of the country. Since 1980, expectations were very clear from these communities. They needed roads, they needed bridges, they needed services to connect all communities. Yet Zambezi Valley communities remain isolated to date. We must still ask questions, and indeed we shall continue asking questions. Why are they cut off from basic national infrastructure? Mr. Speaker said, we need a Zambezi Valley corridor, transport corridor. Government must move beyond piecemeal projects and develop a Zambezi Valley transport corridor linking Mbire, Kariba, Siakovu, Binga, and beyond. They should unlock agriculture, tourism, trade, and services. What is needed, Mr. Speaker said, is actualization, is implementation, and not promises anymore. Mr. Speaker said, accountability for the first ferry disaster is something we need to tackle. Government must urgently clarify number of people on board, vessel capacity and certification, maintenance and inspection records, whether it was really ready to be on the water on that particular day. We need those records. Government should launch an independent investigation into this tragedy. And this, if possible, should involve Parliament. Government should suspend unsafe GDF vessels to avoid more disasters. And, if possible, procure safe modern ferries. In addition, government should rehabilitate key Zambezi Valley roads, which will help to decongest water transport. And to this extent, there's need to develop an integrated transportation plan and establish a permanent Lake Kariba emergency response system. Mr. Speaker, sir, I think it's also high time government should recognize that the Tonga people are very religious, and there are certain rituals which they used to conduct which are not being conducted by the lake or close to the lake to date. And if this can be allowed to continue, I say, because people are now scattered, they need facilitation to come together and do those rituals. Honorable Speaker, the people of Zambezi Valley want justice. They want safety. They want inclusion. They want roads. They want safe transport and equal development. Let this be the last tragedy born out of neglect. We urge Parliament to treat this disaster as a national wake-up call on infrastructure failure and marginalization. Honorable Speaker, I submit this matter as of urgent national interest. So I submit.
May we rise to observe a minute of silence. Thank you. talking to the Minister of Transport a few days ago after the accident,